personal finance advice for sudden wealth, right? For those who might have suddenly acquired a significant amount of money, what financial strategies would we recommend to ensure that they don't lose their fortune quickly?
I think you need to make a budget now. So the traditional answer, put a percentage into index funds, 10 to 20%, put a percentage in a tech. You definitely need some great advisors, but I think the biggest personal finance lesson is to allocate how much money that you're going to blow and don't go past that. I've talked about it before. Lending can lead to poverty. So like, if you're going to help, have that allocated to the side. This 50,000, I'm gonna just give away to family and friends, but you need a hard budget for that. But you have to realize once you start, it's really hard to stop. I think it's really important to have a plan in place before you get the money. But now that you're here, I know you want to live out some of your wildest fantasies, but you got to put 70% of that money away to have it work for you. Because if you suddenly got this money and it was life changing, that money can go away in 2 years. And we're seeing a lot of people have a personal recession or sector recession that made $2 and $3 million in 2020, and now they don't have it. So I think it's incredibly important to plan and then learn to say no, because everyone's going to ask you for a whole bunch of money. Well, what do you guys think?
That's a fact.
Like Cat Williams said, you got to tell them no. Say, I ain't got. As soon as you get the money, tell them I lost it all. Options is Ian's fault. I'd be
future, no future.
Lost it. Sorry.
I ain't got it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot, but first you want to make sure that you invest a large portion of the money. Make sure that you don't really change too much of your daily routine, as far as avoid large purchases.
Facts.
Which includes a house that you can't afford. Do not spend money on things that it's not gonna come back to you on. Meaning like jewelry, cars, even a watch. I mean, you're not really going to make money on a watch, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just being honest with you.
15 years or something like that. Yeah.
Sounds good in theory.
Yeah.
But how many people do you know actually sold their watch and made money? Do you know personally, Ian?
Settle.
You said none?
Not a one.
Oh, damn.
No.
Oh, a couple. Oh, we know a few.
You know a couple?
Who?
Mike's definitely made money selling watches.
That's funny.
OG from my neighborhood. Shout out to Steve. He was selling watches too.
Jacob made a lot of money selling that glass back in the day.
It's a skill set. You got to love watches to know the right watch to buy at the right price, and hopefully it appreciates.
And the right person to sell it to.
No, but
the rarity of it.
But even if it appreciates, it's still difficult to sell, because it's like you got to sell it to a jeweler or you got to sell it back to an authorized dealer. Now, the jeweler, it's
tricky
depending on whatever the market demand is at that point in time. And even the authorized dealer is the same thing. Then they can always find little things. Oh, this has a scratch in it. It's not perfect anymore. It's slightly imperfected. Yeah. They're gonna try to run this. They're gonna run some scam on you.
Yeah.
So long story short, don't buy things that can't be easily sold. Right. So what can be easily sold is a stock. That can be easily sold, right? If you buy Apple and for whatever reason, next week you need to liquidate, you can do that, right? That's something that can be easily sold. So it's important to make wise decisions and avoid the traps that can lead you to being broke. And like I said, I mean, the house is definitely a trap that can lead you to being broke for sure. And all of the other ancillary things can lead you to being broke. And a lifestyle, when you're trying to live a lifestyle, as far as just running around different places, you got multiple different women, now you got different kids that you got to raise, now you got child support. These are all lifestyle decisions that can cause financial hardship on you as well. So don't go crazy. If you get a lump sum of money, it's going to be tempting, but try to stay as close to where you are now as far as your expenses. That's going to be helpful for you as opposed to blowing the bag and then trying to figure out what happened later on.
Yeah, I add all those things to what y'all said, and I would just say the first thing, well, one of the first things is get a great tax professional, because there's nothing like accumulating money and realizing that about half of that money is going to be paid to the state and to the government. Unless you have a tax professional that understands tax code, understands how business formation happens, finds loopholes for you. They're important. And that's something that most people don't think about. I saw Joe and the guys, and happy birthday, happy belated to him.
Yeah, happy belated.
They were talking about $1 million not being a lot of money. He's like, nah, that's a lot of money. Yeah, well, if somebody has nothing and comes into $1 million, obviously it's a lot of money. I feel like anybody, that's a lot, but it could go very quickly. It's not right, depending on how it got there, it can go very quickly. So investing is important. Staying below your means, not making purchases that are outside of the realm of your financial prowess is important. But yeah, finding a professional, a tax professional, it can save you a lot, time and money. More mostly though.
And then if you look at LVMH and all the psychologists they have there and all the brands they're acquired, like as you get more money, you have more companies that find a way to take your money from you. It's an exchange for clothing, but like how long does the clothing last? Cool. Like you have to be the more money you accumulate, there are more, I wouldn't say schemes, but more incentives to spend your money with luxury brands so they can pillage that and take that back to their family. You have to be incredibly disciplined. Even me, when I was staying in a medical center in my 2-bedroom condo, paying nothing for it, right? Man, damn landlord saw me on YouTube, tried to rake me over the coals, tried to make me charge me double. I'm like, girl, it ain't worth double. So it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Uchi it is, man.
Gotta be mindful.
Get you some Uchi kicks, man.
Big facts.